All right, for those of you joining, we're at a timeout right now. Looks like they're driving. Probably going to end up with a field goal here. Start pushing questions, comments, and concerns. I have so much to say about that first half. But we'll be back. I'm going to finish watching this, and we'll be back. Thanks, Daniel. And he dropped it. Oh, thank God. How's my audio doing, guys? Everything good? All right, we're going to try this one. Hopefully this is a little bit better. If not, I'll have to switch over to my audio. That was a dropped pass as I'm watching. All right, that's all I need to know. Thanks, Daniel. Missed field goal. Love it. All right, guys, welcome to the Halftime Hash. My name is Jared. I'm here to join you for a drink as we all kind of need this right now because holy crap, there's a lot going on right now that is different in Broncos country, and I think this is weird. Our offense, 2 3-and-outs or 2 really, really short drives and two really, really good drives to end the half, but we only had the ball 4 times, which really says something about our defense. For some reason, he was attempting that. So Eagles made the field goal. So we are likely not coaching second half. So here's my concern right now. Our defense is the one that's struggling, and we're supposed to have this defensive-minded head coach, and we're supposed to be controlling the front line, and we have a lot of injuries on defense, which is really, really tough. And I think that's really what it really comes down to. But can you really blame that? Can you sit there and blame that? That's a little hard to sit here and blame. So please post your questions, comments, concerns about the first half. We have a lot of concerns about. Yeah, we're talking Fangio, Shula, Fire Munchak too. Right? There's a lot going on here. Should have traded a bunch of players so we could start the rebuild. We can't cut it at 500 football. Thanks, Kyle. Appreciate that comment. It's a lot. It's a lot to deal with right now. Fangio likely not coaching second half. I don't think he's going to get fired. I cannot see us firing a head coach halfway through a game down by 10. That's unfortunate. We need to run the damn ball, Rob says. Yeah, look, our run game's actually been pretty successful. And we've been doing it pretty well, but the problem is with running the ball is if they do stop us on 2 times, then we do have to pass the ball, and we're just not capable of doing it. These third down and longs, these penalties are really, really killing us, and that's what's frustrating to me. I don't like seeing us getting in these third and longs, and that sack on Teddy Bridgewater was because we have 3 backup offensive linemen against their starting defensive line, and it was a 3rd and 11. Like, there's no way that we can do anything in that aspect. And Fangio's getting booed off the field. Yeah, look, I get it. It's tough. It's 20-10. When we were 10-10 and had the ball with 3 minutes left and just could not do anything with it, that's definitely a problem. I do agree. Where's Noah Fant? I think that we're just not targeting the right people. But Alberto had a great catch and run. You got to give it to him. He had a great catch and get upfield on that aspect. Defense is the problem, Thomas. I'm 100%. Yeah. So the line definitely, there's a point to where you can blame it on injuries, right? We have three of our starting 5. Our backups slash backups to the backups, both of our tackles. We have our backup tackle and our third string tackle playing right now, and that's a little bit tough. However, we do have on defense a chance to stop them a couple times. We get one stop and we drive down the field. Now we settle for the field goal after the big Alberto run, after catch and run, which is huge, and I love it. I think that was a huge play for us, a huge motivation changer. We should have been able to punch that in. There's no way that we're on the 2-yard line and not be able to punch that ball in. That's a big point to us. But the defense really needs to start stepping up and getting some stops. They just could not stop this run. And there's a lot of pieces to this puzzle. Chris has got a good point. Once Browning went down, it was a little bit difficult. Our linebacking core is hurt. And Kenny Young's out there making some plays. And he almost got the penalty, which I'm glad that they pick up that flag, because that was a questionable penalty. I've never won. I'll tell you guys right now, I've never won to sit here and blame the refs on anything. But there's been a couple times, specifically on that false start on Teddy Bridgewater. Still don't know what happened there. Still have no idea what went on there. They definitely had encroachment on the first hard snap. They tried a second hard snap and they called it on Teddy Bridgewater. So I'm a little bit concerned and interested to see what happened there. Let's see. Denver needs to wake up. We get paid to win, and this doesn't look good for Denver. Yeah, we're down 10 points to a 3-win team, and that's tough. That's really tough. And Rob, yeah, absolutely, we need to hold on faith. I think the Broncos got this game. I think if we go in and make some halftime adjustments, specifically in the run game, they've only passed a couple times, and I think he's got 2 incompletions on the day, which is unfortunate. However, that big touchdown, I got to give it to him. The receiver that caught the catch over Pat Surtain. That first touchdown, that was an amazing play. You cannot be mad about that. That was just a very, very good football play. Patrick Surtain was in the right position to do what he needed to do to be able to get that. However, there were some other calls on the ref side that I was a little bit questioned about. And overall, it looks like we're trying to play a lot of press man, trying to control the run game, and they are just absolutely controlling us on offense. This loss is on. Definitely not Peyton. I wouldn't say it was on Peyton. Fangio for sure. Honestly, look at the guys that are making the plays. All the people that are making the plays are guys that Peyton has picked up in the last couple of years. I gotta disagree with you there on that. But Fangio, the head coaching piece. And here's the thing, and this is my breaking point, guys. You're watching it on the coaching staff. This is my breaking point. Do we come out of the second half and coach because we decided we saw what we saw? And we know what we're going to look at, and we make some adjustments? Are we going to make the adjustments at halftime? If we don't make the adjustments, then there's absolutely no way that this coaching staff stays at the end of the year. Regardless, I don't want to say regardless whether we make playoffs, but it's going to be really, really tough watching this against a 3-win Philadelphia team who's, again, been playing very well. I do think the Broncos can come back and win. Again, it all comes down to those halftime adjustments. That's really what it comes down to. Movement of the body is what got him the penalty. Again, he did the kind of every quarterback does that. I feel like that's a really sketchy call, especially when on the first hard snap, the guy crossed the line of scrimmage inside the box. That was a little questionable for me. But again, I'm not going to sit here and argue with the refs. I don't like to be that guy. Unless you've coached with me, then you know I am that guy because I'm kind of an asshole with the refs. Let's see. Defense needs to step up. Thank you. Fangio's never come back down from 10 or more points with Denver. This is a good stat, Jess. Thanks so much. I honestly didn't know this stat, and if it's true, that is tough. And if this is something that he can do and come back, again, halftime adjustments has never been our thing here in Denver. But can we come back down from 10 with a different head or offensive coordinator and the way that our offense, again, 500 in the first half for our drives. Again, we should have 14 points, but that's what it is. Darby and Fuller getting burned a lot. Yeah, those guys are probably the worst off-season acquisitions that we may have made, which is unfortunate because we really were expecting a lot out of those guys. They're still making plays and, making plays to an extent. There's a lot of times where I think I don't know. I don't have the stats in front of me, but I think only 3 or 4 of their catches came to wideouts. A lot of them came to the tight ends or inside guys or crossing routes, so a lot of those aren't their fault. I saw Justin Simmons getting hurt on one of them. For some reason, they put Justin Simmons in man, and that's another questionable call, and I don't think that's on Justin Simmons. I think that's on the play call. There's no reason Justin Simmons should be in man press coverage on any play in any way, shape, or form. Let's see. Our coach needs to pull it out of his butt. That was a touchdown. He should have challenged it. Do you all agree? I'm not sure which touchdown you're talking about. I think you're talking about the Melvin Gordon run to the outside where he tried to reach it out. I'm not sure if that was one. If not, you let me know. Orange Crush hurt. Thanks. Everyone needs to step up. Yeah, there's a lot going on here. I think a lot of people need to step up. Shane, does our coach want his job? One wrong move, he's to not challenge that TD. Going back to your TD call. Thanks, Travis. I'm not that guy. Don't be that guy. Yeah, I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to be that guy. We're going into the second half. I do think we have a chance to win this second half, and that's going to be interesting. No Patrick. Shane, you might know something more than I do. I'm just going through some of these. Vic, too conservative. Ryle, thank you so much. I do agree. I don't know if it's Vic being too conservative on defense, because there wasn't one all-out blitz that we got to Teddy, and he ended up making a mistake. And there's a couple concerns that I have on defense. Specifically, and maybe this is just we being out-coached, and I think this is what it comes down to. I think he's making some proper play calls, but I think we're just getting out-coached. They know what we're going to call. We may be too predictable on defense as well. Like, we did an all-out blitz, and they ran a wide receiver screen where they had their running back lined up out at wide receiver. We should have been able to check out of that, but that's just an opinion of mine. I think we are being a little too conservative on defense. I think we're not getting pressure on him. Yeah, it's difficult to say that. We have way too many injuries, Chris. We need to stop getting injured. Yeah, that's just difficult. Patrick was the sorry, going back to your concern. Yeah, on the Patrick touchdown, he looked like he got his feet. No, so his right foot he landed out of bounds immediately, and then the left foot dragged in bounds. After looking at it, it definitely was out of bounds. He thought he was in bounds because he couldn't see his feet, but it definitely was. Very good attempt. Was not in bounds, unfortunately. And as if Kevin was here, he'd say give the ball to Williams 15 or 16 times, because why not give it to him all 3 downs or 4 downs and try to get to the end zone like we did on the first touchdown where we just ran it up the middle, and eventually there was a hole up there. Yeah. Let's see. No, passing to Patrick is what Shane was saying. Thanks, Chris. Yeah, so really a big thing for the second half is making the adjustments to be able to control both the run game on both sides. I think we can really, if we can control the run game on both sides, we have the secondary to be able to protect the pass. I really, really believe that. And the problem is that they run, and then open up the pass because we get so addicted to the run. And a couple of their third down, we need to stop letting them get into third down and shorts. I think that's the other thing is when they're running the ball, they're getting like 5 or 6 yards every single time, 4 or 5 yards, 3 or 4 yards. We need to stop letting them get into third and shorts because they're going to get that, and that is absolutely unreal. Darby getting killed. He's been all season. It's unfortunate that we're in that situation, but yeah, it's super, super unfortunate. Let's say Jesse, we play it safe. There's no urgency on offense when we're down, and that needs to change as well, and make adjustments on D, and we'll be fine. Yeah, I on the offense, I agree. There's no sense of urgency. There's no sense of pushing downfield. As soon as Teddy decided that he was going to thread the needle, we get like 40 yards on the thread the needle in the middle, and he did very good with his eyes. He looked off the linebacker and delivered the ball the only place it could be because he was basically double covered. I definitely agree. I think we need to push the ball downfield, get the ball into the arms of our playmakers on offense, and control the clock. That's the other thing we are getting destroyed. I think almost 20 minutes of the clock in the first half has been towards the Philadelphia Eagles, and we cannot win that way. I think our defense is getting tired, and it's going to be super unfortunate. Oh, Kev, Godfather himself, I would say that the Eagles have a great run D. Williams Gordon should be able to get 4 yards in 3 attempts. I agree. That's why I knew he was going to say that, and I said it. Let's see. Bootleg back in the day when we had Jake Snake. Once again, smart play calling. Yeah. Again, there's a lot of things that we could sit here and say on the couch that are And there's a lot of things we could sit here and say on the couch to say, like, yeah, we should do this, we should do that. But it really comes down to what the coaching staff makes for adjustments, specifically on defense. I think our offense is starting to get the right thing. But our defense, I don't think they've not punted. They've punted once this entire first half, and we need to stop that. We need them to punt at least 3 times in the second half in order for us to have a good chance in this game. And, yeah, it's going to be very, very difficult. Michael Ojemudia, he was on the injured list for a long time. I think he was injured for the beginning. Thomas, I want to see him back too, because I think last year he played a very big role as a corner. He got stepped up into a point where he was the only corner on our team at one point, and that was super unfortunate. It looks like second half is starting. So guys, thank you so much for joining me at the Halftime Hash. Hopefully we get our heads out of our asses, specifically on defense and offense, really, and get the ball going. I really think that we have a chance to win this game. We're down by 10 against a team that's very good at giving up second half leads, against a team that is not very good at giving up second half leads, or getting the second half lead. So absolutely. Hey guys, thank you so much. Donnie, go Broncos, sharpen up defense. Little bit getting killed right now on defense. Thank you so much, Donnie. And thank you guys so much for joining me. As always, we're Orange Weekly. We're here every single week, no matter how well the Broncos do. We're here because we're Broncos through and through, die hard. And guess what, everybody? Go Broncos.